Alright, so it's starting to get cold in a month here in North Carolina. But I gotta do some things to the Eclipse today. So basically what I was saying last time was that I was just gonna put the motor in there just to see, well, I basically just want to see how it will look. We're gonna run single overhead cam for now. And that's just what we're gonna do for now, just because I gotta order the plugs and everything for the block. But I just wanna, ain't nothing but a change of head out. I mean, I've done it so many times now that it's not that difficult, so even when it's in the car, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. But yeah, so more than likely just gonna see how this runs. These are actually pretty fast. Single overhead cam and forced induction. It's just the intake manifold doesn't flow as good as the the turbo one. But anyway, so I'm gonna might try and do a little bit of porting on the intake manifold or something like that. Sorry, my hair's like messed up today. But we're gonna try and do that. I found my transmission mount. So I just gotta find some bolts. I've got to do some wiring in too. I've got to figure out. I gotta rewire in my knock sensor harness, which I found there. And then of course I gotta wire in a new connector because my other one broke. And then I've got to fix this starter wire back here. That's about the only wiring I have to do other than wiring in the ECU connectors, and that ain't gonna be nothing but like take about 5-10 minutes. I think that's it for like the whole wiring thing. I might just go ahead and try. I got an intake manifold gasket on the way, and that's coming in tomorrow, so I might just honestly try today just to get the wiring straight. Get the wiring straight, get the timing belt on because this one's torn. So get a new timing belt on, get the wiring straight, and try and get the transmission on the engine today, which shouldn't be but a thing. But I just put this in there, so now I've got to push and re-pick the motor back up out, push the car back again, and then now I got my timing belt and try and get the trans on the engine real quick. And then we'll try and get engine and trans sitting at least somewhat pretty in here, and then lift the car up and then do the buttoning up underneath and whatnot. And then that's about it. I'm just sitting here just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next and get everything in order, because I mean we basically have everything ready. We just need to put everything together. I got an intake manifold gasket tomorrow. As soon as that comes in tomorrow, everything can go ahead and be assembled, and we can at least start it and see and make sure it's gonna run right and whatnot. But get right back to you here in a second. All right, so the timing belt's done. It took about like less than 5 minutes. Sorry, I didn't mean to spit at you guys. But if you've never done this before, if you have a 4G64 or 6.3, it's the same difference. So basically, hold on, and I'll point the camera over because there's no way to do it on here. So basically, what I do when I do this is obviously you want to have your engine at top dead center, and there's not a real remarkable way to match this. As you see, I have marks right there, but it's not really, there's 3 different ways to make sure it's in time. There's one regarding this side, this sprocket. Now this right here is your oil pump balance shaft, and this is just like an intermediate balance shaft. But the way I did it is if this is tied in with your crankshaft, so as long as you're not replacing this belt and this belt is good, then you can go off of the timing on here. So as you can see, there's a notch right here in the block, and it shows you that means that you're at top dead center. Now if you were to, let's say, break that belt, then you would have to just make sure you'd have to get it top dead center a different way, which is not that hard. But anyway, I just go off of that timing mark. So that timing mark straight, and then that timing mark is straight, and then this right here, the only thing that if you do not time this, it's weighted. It's got counterweights, so it's a 3-to-1 ratio on that on this sprocket right here. So if you're not sure if it's in time or not, you just basically twist it with the timing belt off, and if it falls away from this timing mark, it's not in time. If it falls towards this timing mark, you're in time. I don't even know if this is in time, honestly. Actually, it's not. But the only thing that's going to happen with this is just vibration. I don't care. I'm just getting it to start it. But technically, you would want that mark to be in time. Otherwise, the only thing you're going to get is a vibration. That's literally it. It's just a balance shaft, so I'm not going to trip out over it if it's one out. If I start it and it gets crazy vibration, you see how easy it is to change the timing belt. It's not that hard. So you literally, all you have to do is pull the inner and outer water pump pulley. Obviously with the belts and stuff too, you have to remove your balancer. Right down there, it's 4 12mm bolts. 4 10mm bolts to remove this. You have access. It's 2 12s to get the tensioner off. And you do not have to re-tighten that tensioner. Yeah, I thought I had to, but you don't. All you have to do basically is just put your timing belt on. You want to have this side the tightest, leave slack on the left side. This is what's going to tension your belt. So you make sure everything's intact. The belt slides on without this being on, or without this being tensioned, and you just take your tensioner and put it up there, and boop, it tensions it, and that's it. And I use cable ties or whatever ties I can get, or whatever you want to use to keep this from slipping off, because it will slip off. But yeah, that's the timing belt. That's plain and simple. And since the other timing belt had a tear in it, which I'm about to show you, that's what the other timing belt had. No good, kind of dangerous. I have my lower cover over here. I'm gonna clean this up really quick because it's got a bunch of crap on the inside of it. I'll clean it up, and then it's just gonna go right on there, just like so. And that's it. And we're gonna make sure that at least the lower portion is safe and covered. So I'm gonna clean this off, and then we're gonna put it on there, and then that'll be after the timing belt. And then we're gonna try and put the trans on it. We're trying to fix some wiring real quick, and as long as we have the trans on it and fix the wiring, that's it. And we just put the damn thing back in there, and we'll sit it in here, we'll wait for the intake manifold gasket to come. Also to note, I was not a believer in running the timing cover on the bottom. Everybody was like, oh, you need to put a cover on that, you need to put a cover on that. And of course, me being me, you know, backwoods kind of dude, I was like, nah, man, whatever. And that's what happens from it. That's what I showed you. And man, anything can get flung up off the damn road and get caught in that timing belt. And something that takes a few minutes to do. Like all this is really is just 1 2 3 4 5 bolts essentially to put this cover back on, so you don't even got to worry about that. So it's definitely worth it to go ahead and just put the damn cover back on. Put it back on. Oh man, all right. So as you guys can see now, yeah, buddy, I broke my damn back. That's what she looks like now. I'm just trying to slide the I tried putting the transmission in there first, and then trying to pop the engine block down, but it was just too much shit. So I ended up lifting the engine up, then wrestling to put the trans on, and went to put the trans on by myself, by the way, and went to put the trans on, and one of the dowel pins on the trans, or on the block for I guess the automatic transmission is not supposed to be there for the manual. So I was like, why is it not lining up? And I found out that the dowel pin is needed to be removed. So we just twisted that off, and we got it bolted on there. So, but this is what the deal is. So we're about to lower it and see if we can't get it on the at least situated or semi-bolted on. All right, you go. Hear my neighbors doing some roof work, knocking it out. Good neighbors. Engine, the trans is in there. Yeah, buddy. Sort of shaky. I haven't ate anything today, so. But yeah, so one of the things we did get accomplished today was that was actually not too bad of a task if you're not by yourself. I don't know why I can't get this camera angle right. It's not too bad of a task if you're with somebody. I need a damn haircut. That's what I'm about to do. But yeah, so it was pretty rough by myself, especially cold and shit. But anyway, so yeah, yeah, we got it in there. So all bolted down. Next step, we wait for the intake manifold gasket in the morning. I have some wires to replace on here. But after I get those wires replaced, I can go ahead and put the bolts for the back transmount, front transmount up in there. Hook up the linkage, which actually this linkage just pulls through right here, and then it actually just bolts down under this. Well, I bent this pipe. Oh damn! I hope I didn't mess this pipe up at all. I need to fix that. But anyway, this bracket fits down here like that, and then it goes to the two nubs right there. Sorry, I'm worn out. My back hurts. But yeah, other than that, engine and trans is in the car. Starting to look at the car again, guys. I'm pretty excited. Just got to swap over the power steering pumps. That'll take me a couple seconds to do. It's funny because I just had that damn power steering pump off. I don't know why I didn't think. In fact, I'm about to go ahead and knock that out real quick. Yep. So all we got to do now is transfer the turbo and the exhaust, fix the wiring on the inside, then intake manifold goes on, fuel rail, ECU gets plugged up, oil, plug wires, exhaust manifold, all that stuff. But today, that's some good damn progress for today. Super, super excited.